Howdy, folks. Welcome to Conspiracy Outposts. The Fall of Medinvard, Feast and Famine are not at all fucking D&D podcast. Where we're playing totally other game that sounds very similar. On the last episode, our band of once refugees, John Gilmore, Daigle Scott Hatch, Edgar Nolan, and Wilton Bonecrag finally made it to Miser's Peak. Which houses, of course, Miser's Mercenary College, one of the most renowned mercenary groups and murderous educational facilities in all of Medinvard. The boys have gotten through their rigorous training with Daigle actually emerging as a star pupil under the assassin Patricia. He's now a knife master, a novice knife master with all the conflicting, very conflicting title, but he's a novice knife master. And John Gilmore struggled difficultly, came out with a terrible injury. Luckily, has since recovered and is now a scarred monk, covered from neck to toe in terrible scars that he likely hides underneath his robes and padded armor. He's still grown quite tough, though, and we're really excited to see what he does with those spike knuckles. Wilton Bonecrag is now a wonderful ranger with his pet peregrine falcon, Dale Griffin, who he is training to release pocket sand, which means he's going to have to give his bird a pair of pants, maybe. Little
falcon pants.
But he's an archer. He trained under Cartwright. He was basically tortured and made to fire a longbow all day and then play with a dangerous sharp-beaked bird. I'm sure his fingers are scarred. And then we have Edgar Nolan, which actually there's going to be a little piece of Edgar revealed here. But Edgar became an alchemist training under Patricia's sister, Aaliyah, who is sort of the field medic for Miser's Mercenary College. And he's become a volatile mixologist, playing with poisons, playing with explosives, playing with acids, except he only has two of those three things so far. And he, during the course of his training, was actually helping Aaliyah to try and decode what was up with the body of the pig man kept down in the basement. And not much discovery were made, but you could tell that there was some advanced alchemical procedures performed on this person's body. And I'll just leave you with that. His scars actually looked somewhat similar to Mr. Gilmore's scars in that they did have some traces of silver within them. Yeah, the rest of you boys are... so right now, I'll just say it is like... It's been several days post-training. You guys had some time to wind down at Miser's Keep. They're giving you some time to relax, enjoy refreshments, kind of like strut about the castle a little bit as a fresh recruit before accepting your first contract, which you will be doing today.
Awesome.
So we're going to join Edgar Nolan and Aaliyah down in the basement. And Edgar, you're just going over the corpse. Go ahead. Feel free to take us into this. Okay. Well, here I'll start you off. Sorry. Let's give you a jump.
No. You're good. I'm just
So you right now, the body is on the table and it is like completely flayed. It's like disgustingly flayed. And right now, you and Aaliyah are looking through magnifying glasses at a section of skin that has been stretched out with nails upon a board. And you're looking at the scar in the center of the skin, and she's kind of picking it apart with forceps. And you guys are finding that there are minerals and silver inside of the scar.
Wow, I thought he'd look more like a pig than a human, but I guess it's still meat. Scarred up, too.
Aaliyah says, she says, I wonder who this used to be. Probably a person like any of us. She says, what's been done here is terrible.
Yeah. Judging by the scarring, it's probably someone who underwent some scarification. I mean, I know firsthand that stuff takes some time and pain.
She says some of these scars are quite intense, cutting all the way down to the bone of this victim.
Looks like to me that some fucking
holy
freak
shit.
doctor here just injected this crazy beast of a boar man, some kind of fucking crazy drugs that make him go insane.
What were you looking at that scar so closely for? It looks just like the rest that are on my body.
She says, I was actually thinking the same. They do look somewhat similar. But I think, he says, I may be wrong, but I think that the only similar compound between your scars and these would be the silver.
Oh wow! Wow! I didn't even know they put silver in my scars.
No, not for you, not for the broke bunch. You're not worth nothing. This man, he was in bed for style.
Like
She
I knew
said-
I was getting stronger, but I did not know they actually put metal in me.
She says, yes, I'm involved in making some of the compound that Hobart uses for this specific procedure, but I can't claim that I know exactly what it's made of, what entirely it's made of.
So, what do you see that's different between us? Because you said it's not exactly the same.
She says, there seems to be some strange impurities in here, and I'm not entirely sure what they are. She says, definitely some of it are mineral compounds, but I'm somewhat unfamiliar with them.
Is it possible they weren't practiced in scarification and they just did this willy-nilly?
She says, that could be true. This could be just an unfortunate monstrosity created from malpractice. She says, but it sounds like they were organized when they attacked your village, right?
Organized and brutal. I mean, I don't know exactly what they did to him, but whatever it is, I'm pretty sure they're stronger than us. So whether it's practiced or not, they came across something that might turn people into savages.
I'll tell you what
Brutal,
happened.
savage tanks.
A man fucked a boar, and this is the product. This thing's fucking crazy. This thing's
we
fucking
figure out-
fed.
She
Craziness.
looks to the dissected corpse and she says, highly unlikely.
Edgar,
we
you're a
figure out-
scientist. What the fuck are they giving these people? It's not coffee. These men are mad strong and crazy hyper.
Did we figure out it for sure, like a weakness of any sort, or no? It wasn't really.
So Aaliyah says, interesting that you bring that up. She says, I did run some more tests trying to find the cause of death, but I'm still unsure whether it was from this strike to the head or from just blood loss. It's unclear.
I stick my finger like around the hole in his temple, and I just like look at Daigle. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is how he died. I'm pretty sure this is their weakness. Here.
I want some clarification. Is the pig head sewn on? Is there a head underneath?
No, it's like
No,
it was worn as a helmet, and the pig head
Okay,
is
that's-
still in this room.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, try
Okay, well,
It smells
I-
terribly of decaying flesh.
No.
I want to look back at the pig head and be like, regardless of how he died, why the pig head? I don't understand.
She says, "Yes, I. It doesn't seem to make sense to me either. As a form of armor, it doesn't seem to hold up very well.
I'll tell you what happened.
I mean, the pig skull's pretty hard, but the skin around it doesn't seem to make sense at all.
It's a message.
I keep looking at the guy's head and then like talk to everybody else. Is like, it's got to be symbolic.
It's symbolic.
Yeah.
Look at this. You're talking about the church owning a big portion of the area. They assaulted a big place where a bunch of the nobles happened to gather around for festivities. They're wearing cattle helmets. It's a message. They're saying the cattle are done being cattle. They're ready to rise up against the farmers and fight. And that's something scary.
You feel
Nothing ever comes good from revolution.
You feel a hand drop upon your shoulder from behind, Daigle, and you turn around to see Nisby standing there, and he says, hell of a way to send a message."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's to wear some like a pork steak on your head.
I want to address Aaliyah. It's like, have you asked Hobart down here to look at this? Because from what they've told me of their friend Anu, These guys could smack a head off with a club. I can't do that, and I underwent the scarification. I don't even think Hobart can do that, and Hobart's very powerful.
She says it's actually interesting that you bring that up. Hobart's currently on a mission right now with his squad. She says, but he did leave a note for you, and she hands you a note.
Okay. Do you want to just tell me, or do you want to send it to me, or what? Because I'll read it right now.
You want to read it right
It's
now?
a dick drawing.
He's on a mission right now. He's down at the whorehouse down the block, drunk as fuck, drunk off his knickers.
But yeah,
It says, I know where you're going. Bring me Desmata vines. Pay you good.
oh, is that like red vines? No.
No, I think those are the what are they? Black licorice.
No.
That's what he was saying with red vines. He was talking about like
Yeah, and Aaliyah says that Hobart
Sorry.
said specifically that note's just for you.
Got it. So, okay, I was going to ask what the fuck are Desmata vines, but since it's for me, I'm not going to say shit.
Oh, and
You
there's
just read it
actually
out loud, didn't you?
there's a small
Well, no, he was just telling me what it was. You guys didn't hear that.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
So you can copy that down if you want, and then also there is a small depiction of a vine in there. Like, it's just a hand drawing. So Nisby says to you guys, he says, I think it's about time that we take you up. By the way, congratulations on surviving training. There were a few other recent recruits who did not.
Pussies.
I was
Thought you
almost
might
one
wanna
of
know.
them.
Says, you were almost one of them. I remember looking at you and wondering, is he going to die?
I felt like I was going to, but I made it through.
I hope you enjoyed that lemon cake I left on your nightstand.
What fucking lemon cake?
everybody. I look at Daigle really fast.
Looks like
He
Edgar got
says,
it.
You don't even like citrus. What are you talking about? You wouldn't have cared.
I
This is-
fucking
this is-
love citrus. I don't like mushrooms. No, I
Well,
don't
that's
think
exactly was the main ingredient in it. And that's why I saved you.
You
the only ones
son
with
of a
access-
bitch.
Yeah,
The
you
only
owe
ones
me
with
one.
access to your room in the infirmary were Hobart and your friends, and Aaliyah. But not to implicate anyone. Anyways, today,
I was practicing my skills.
how you guys feeling about your new skills though? You feeling pretty good, strong? Have you wet your whistles and sharpened your blades? Do you feel ready for your first contract?
I
I
have
tell you,
yet
not
to
only
wet
have
my
we wet our
whistle.
whistles, but Sean's actually wet his pants.
Yeah, keep talking, Bagel. Keep talking,
Who do you say wet his pants? John?
John. But I have yet to wet my whistle. But
Yeah. Nisby just reaches down and grabs your shorts.
Vide? Vide?
He reaches
Really?
down, grabs you right on the crotch, and he says, "No, he hadn't."
It's like, God, holy shit, dude. Ask first. God damn, man. Just grab my dick out of nowhere.
Common courtesy to give me a reach around.
It's like, I'm sorry to react as I did. I just wasn't expecting that, Nisby.
He says,
no
"Please calm
disrespect to
down."
you, sir.
Please calm down, Mr. Gilmore. There's nothing to hide, or very little to hide, I'd say.
I'm aware of that, but it's still mine.
Please escort me to the curtain wall so we may talk about your contract.
Very well.
Okay, so he leads you to the upper wall of Miser's Peak, which is south facing. So you guys are looking, and there is just like you can see the like cumulus clouds upon the horizon, very far in between, as the weather is quite good towards the end of summer now, or towards the beginning of fall. The rainy season has not yet come. You can see that the elevation drops heavily in the distance, and just barely you can see where the river splits and heads eastward. Where it cut off from the river splits from the artery. And he points out there and he says, your contract brings you there, to the swamps.
Well, that doesn't sound fun at all.
He says, it will most likely not be.
Swamp monsters.
No,
Swamp monsters.
ogres.
Ogres. He says, this one is little delicate, okay? It says the people of the Chawari tribe are in the southern swamps. They've reported a foul creature roaming dangerously close to their villages. They have found the slaughtered corpses of several campers, and they say the creature is said to be as tall as 2 men with a slate gray skin. Our records don't show anything of this nature before. They request the beast be slain, and their location in the swamps are roughly 4 days' travel away.
And if it's just a hoax, shall we bring the person playing the hoax dead or alive?
What? The hooks?
If it's just a
A
hoax.
hoax, like a
Yeah, a hoax.
lie.
Oh.
It's not a fucking hoax. Have you not read the books as a child, man? It's a fucking ogre. You haven't seen that, haven't you?
I turned to Nisby and I asked him.
This is, of course, if you do find it to be a hoax, of course, that will be filed in your report. But make sure to cut down the perpetrators because we will actually make sure to take the perpetrators live because we will need to make proof in order to collect payment.
Okay, so no scalps
there-
this time.
No scouts this time. Yes.
Is there any details about the victims? Like
victims?
how are their bodies left?
Mangled beyond most recognition. Although they weren't recognizable folk, they were believed to be transients, likely bandits.
Well, Edgar, I'm sure we can use your know-how out in the field because I'm sure they just got a raven or a bird about it. So we should probably get there and check this shit out ourselves.
I already told you my medical experience.
He says, "Oh, speaking of a raven or bird, he says, of course I will be sending you with 1 raven. Okay. With this, you can make contact back to the base. This is pretty common procedure with our mercenaries. All right.
Beautiful.
Sounds good.
All right.
Her name Baxter.
I was gonna say Simone.
He says, "Oh, you're requesting Baxter? That's an excellent choice.
Baxter the
bird.
bastard.
A fine
pain in the
bird.
ass is what he
Oh, did I
is.
mention
Fine-
he's
fine
just in his boxers?
That, so he's in his
I've never
boxers
seen
and
this
he
man
grabbed
wear
my
any
junk.
armor.
I don't think this man's ever been clothed.
He's in his boxers with his sword, his naked sword in his hand.
He is in brief moments of
He's just-
combat that we've met
So,
him.
sword in hand,
He's-
in
no,
nothing
he's
but
sorry.
boxers, grabbed my junk, and then I'm still talking to him?
He's a very free thinking
didn't have
fellow.
No. That's out of context of my character, just saying. That's a joke.
He didn't
It's the Middle
He didn't-
Ages. There's no such thing as inappropriate.
he didn't have the sword in hand. He was holding it betwixt his butt cheeks.
A sword in the hands
fucking
with
Tarzan.
one in the bush. Okay. So he says,
When do we take
Roll
off?
out.
He says immediately go. Get away now.
We need provisions.
We got our provisions
Are
already
we
at the
traveling by
inventory.
foot?
This is
Nisby,
your-
no disrespect there, sir, but are we traveling by foot?
He says yes. He says you'd be traveling by foot. He says we are short on horses right now, as I believe you heard several months ago when we first arrived here at Miser's Peak. Barfast was also attacked by the pigmen, and we've sent out a contingent with Hobart on a separate contract to investigate what happened in Barfast.
Did they take Mudspot?
That's unfortunate.
They did.
Can
They
you
did take
spare
Mudspot.
a hand
Hobart asked
card?
for him himself.
I look sad. I look sad as I get that information.
Nisby, I feel really bad for John. It's not fair for this man here. He trained hard. He scarred up. Now you're telling me to my face. You're telling him to his face that he's short on time, short on horses, and short on everything else below the pants. This is not right. That man.
Hey,
deserves a award.
Daigle, watch yourself now. I can do this.
Oh, I have eyes. I have eyes, John. Can definitely watch what I'm doing.
He says the best I can do is I can rent you a mule. 1 mule.
Well,
I'll take it.
Daigle can pay for it.
Okay. Yep. He says so.
And
It'll
that's
be
2 meals if we're counting Wilton.
He says it'll be so for the mule. It'll be 1 silver per day, and it'll be 2 gold if you don't return it.
I'd rather not take the mule.
I'll take the mule, but Will will pay for it, and if it goes missing, it's on his tab. He said it's totally okay. It's fine.
Can I purchase a meal for a half a silver a day?
You can barter.
You could try to barter with him, yeah. After we get everybody back.
I'm gonna say a silver per 2 days. I have a good relationship with
Will
Nisby.
it cut our time in half if we put gear on the mule? Will it shorten our day?
You guys won't. I'll be riding this mule all the way down to our fucking...
Well, you don't have to ride the mule. You can use it as carriage.
You can move at regular speed, or you guys can basically move at regular speed or 1.5 times speed. When you do that, though, you have to consume extra water, and you become like you get 1 level of exhaustion for every 2 days that you do it.
And how many days trek is this?
This is a 4 day.
Yeah.
4 days.
Just do it 2 days, you guys.
I'd rather just move at regular speed.
Let's just move at regular speed.
We can move regular.
I don't want to
be
battle.
Exhausted. Yeah, because if we're going into any type of badass, we don't want our first badass thing after we've been trained to be fucking weak as fuck.
Yeah, but can't I? So if I moved at 1 time speed, because I have I'm able to I have endurance.
You'd be fine, but we wouldn't.
So could I go ahead and scout ahead though?
Yeah.
With me, my falcon. I don't know.
You can do that.
I don't really want to split up.
That's a dangerous game. As someone who went back to the camp by himself, you never know who could ambush you on the road by yourself.
He does have his falcon.
Oh yeah, does your falcon scout?
I have scout and messenger
falcon.
with my falcon.
Oh yeah, so you guys
your
see
falcon.
Wilton is just walking around with a falcon on his leather glove. It just sits there. Occasionally it goes. So Nisby says it is not that far of a journey. He says, but you of course are welcome to rent a mule if you would like, and we could give you one for a silver a day. And if it does not return, that'll be 2 gold.
Let's just go ahead.
I'd like to pass on that, to be honest. I don't. After the training and stuff, I don't really feel like I want to be in more debt.
He says, fair enough. And speaking of debt, let's talk about pay. So for this trek into the swamp, he says, if you bring back the head of the creature, or if you bring back the head of the creature to the Trawari tribe elders, you will be given each 5 gold pieces, and you will retrieve a package, which is a payment back to us at Miser's Keep. He says, and you must make sure to return the package, otherwise you'll be liable for the package's contents, or otherwise hunted.
Well, that doesn't sound good at all.
He says, I trust you completely to bring it back. He says, I'm just telling you the facts of the contract.
I don't. I don't trust us.
Okay, repeat that. Like, we have to bring back the head of the creature, but what's the package? Hold
you
on.
bring back the head of the creature to the Trawari tribe, and the package, which you do not open, is returned to us here at Miser's Keep. It is our payment.
That sounds good. I'll make sure not to open it.
Says very well.
I can't speak for the rest of these people, but
He says it is mostly a matter of honor and a matter of procedure. Okay.
How long were we training?
But I will
Weeks
trust
or
you not to
months?
open it. Thank you.
I've put myself through quite
trained
a
for
bit
3
of
months.
pain. I've
3
put
months,
myself through 3 months of pain. I think I can follow procedure, and I am definitely honorable.
Well, if you do, you will become very wealthy as soon as you escape your crippling debt.
Hey, 5 gold on top of that 12 that I owe. That's
It's not a
almost
pyramid
half. Like,
scheme. It's a reverse funnel.
it's student loans, if you will. Which
Yeah. Oh, that's quite astute. He says, that is a good, never thought about that. Student loans. I think we do student loans.
I'd say 12 gold is good for what I've learned. You've made me a better person.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and he says, of course. And whatever treasures you find in your journeys, he says, those are all yours. We take no cut of this.
That sounds like a good plan, and I'll make sure to get that package back to you.
Okay.
Or at least I'll try.
And then just 2 more notes about this, and then I'll get out of your hair and go back to my whining and fucking. And make sure to keep the Trawari are our client. Make sure to treat them with respect. You're
Will do.
representing Miser's Keep when you arrive at the swamp, okay? They'll be located in the central swamp, so seek them out as soon as you get there.
Yes, sir. I understand we're here to provide a service.
Excellent.
Nisby, do you
Excellent.
provide us with a banner that shows that we're from Miser's Peak?
He says, but you are wearing your banners. And he points at the lapels on your leather armor, which show an MMC.
Apparently, we didn't realize this was on here, so now we're all stupid.
I thought my scarification and my weird ass armor, be it padded and floofy as it is, were fucking introduction enough. Who the hell's who else is showing up scarred up like this other than pigmen?
He says, yes, curious thing that. We hope to get to the bottom of this. I know that you, Edgar, are very curious as to their origin, and so are we, as they appear to be more widespread than we'd once thought.
Now that I've gone through the procedure, I'm interested to see what happened to their friend Anu also. Someone has taken advantage of scarification and corrupted it.
He says, yes, the stench of corruption is heavy with these foul beings. And luckily, we have many men here to protect the fortress while you are away. And, and tons of alcohol.
Oh, I know full well about the alcohol. I'm really growing a very good relationship with that rum that y'all brew.
Mm-hmm. He says, but don't worry about us. He says, you just worry about your contract. These walls have stood for 3 centuries.
And I hope to keep them standing for 3 more.
Aye.
Only 3?
You really
That
think I'm
sounds
going to
really
leave for
selfish
more
when you
than
put it in
3
perspective.
centuries?
Just saying. I don't
What?
want to stand forever, but that's nothing I wish. That's on you.
The first place I feel like I'm at home, Daigle.
Well, how about this? How about you share some of your rum so I can feel like I'm at home? I've been on ease since I've been here.
Of course you have. You're used to just moving on after you hear all the nobles.
Nisby says,
Yes,
did you... Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me.
You.
Oh,
Disney.
so Nisby says to Dago, he says, did you say unease or on knees since you've been here?
A little bit of both.
He said, I heard what happened with Lorne's men.
Definitely been
I hope
down
you
a
haven't
lot
spent too much
of
time
stairs.
on knees.
Whatever pays me more.
Not for one silver
And
bar.
I
he did
elbow
it.
him. I elbow him as a joke, and I say, "Do you have any more wineskins on the road? Because it's 4 days. That's a lot of time."
He
spent under a tree."
takes a heavy swig out of his wineskin, and you can't for the life of you tell where he just produced this wineskin from. He's got no pockets. And he takes a heavy swig of it, and then he just puts it into your hand, and he says, well, I'm off to find some more. If you have any questions, take it up with War Clerk Huntoon, and I hope to see you back here and all alive in the next week or so. Nisby starts walking away, and he pats Wilton on the butt as he goes by.
I'm not even gonna pretend where I think it might have come from, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a swig anyway.
Hey, Nisby, I'll be back for that patent later.
It smells like perfume.
take a swig.
It smells real good.
I take a swig.
Okay.
All right, guys, let's not. You guys, let's
Well, I
not
was
mess this up.
gonna say if we wanna, because I have some extra shit. If anybody needs any of this, if not, I'm just gonna leave it in the room. I guess at Miser's Peak.
As you guys are preparing for travel, because another thing your characters would already know this is that you need rations for the road, so that'll be like a thing to get. But so go ahead and so you show up to the leather worker Arnold, and he says oh good day. He says good day, John.
It's nice to meet you, Arnold. I got some
Arnold.
Arnold. I got some stuff that I've been meaning to turn into leather, and I think I did decently from here on out, but I can't take it any further.
He says, okay, show me what you got.
I show him the fox hide and the scalp.
He says foxhide turned out a bit hard, but not bad. It's in good condition. Might be able to treat it. He He says,
Naturally.
scalp. He says, this is gross. This is human, isn't it?
They told me to take his hair. I didn't realize they didn't want the scalp.
He said, yeah, that's disgusting. I don't want anything to do with that. He says, and this is coming from a guy who cleans off animal skins all day for a living.
Well, I used to be a butcher, so I know all about animal parts.
Ah, I see a fellow chopper. Very cool.
Oh, yes. I still got my cleaver, and I take my cleaver out, kind of show him, and I put it back.
West Coast choppers.
He says, oh, that's a fine blade. Yeah.
Midwest.
He says, he says, I'll give you, he says, I think I could cut you a little deal here. He says, I'll give you 8 silver for the fox skin.
Sounds good.
Best deal you're going to find.
Well, I don't, even if it's not the best deal, as long as it's going to the college.
He says, oh, yes, of course.
Let someone else who can use this leather use it.
So he hands you 8 silver.
Do it.
All right, guys.
Yep.
So it is early day today. As I've said before, it is fair weather. By the time that you gather all of your things to prepare for your travels, it is still just around noon. So you take lunch with your fellow mercenaries and head out on the road. They open the big gates for you and wave you on as you take your travels upon the large road heading to the south. You descend the hills from Miser's Peak, and let me grab my. Oh, they're right here. How convenient, dice. Okay, around midday during your travels, as it's getting closer to the evening, you see a large red flame streak across the sky, and then several hundred yards to the south, you see it strike the ground and leave a huge impact with dust flying up into the sky.
Is there going to be an aftershock?
I look at everybody. I'm like,
Now there
like a
is.
flame lightning bolt?
shall we explore
Yes.
it? Shall we explore it, gentlemen?
What the fuck was that?
Let's go
Have
check
you
it
guys
out.
ever seen, like, what? No.
Come on, we don't know what it is.
How far did this land from us?
Look, we've gone 3 months. We've
It's
gone
like a
3
quarter
months.
mile.
Let's
we've
do
gone
it.
3
Let's
months.
go do it.
Yeah, we've gone 3 months without setting anything on fire. We haven't destroyed anything.
I
This
sent
is-
my
this
bird
is a
out to
good
go check
omen.
it out.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah,
I sent my bird to scout. There you go,
let
Dale Griffin.
figure out what the fuck it is.
Okay, so you see Dale Griffin take off to the sky, and the peregrine falcon goes high up into the air and flies out over the plains and does a wide circle, and then comes back to Dale. And when it lands gently on you, and it just scratches its feathers and doesn't make a sound, which means that he has not spotted any people.
Let's check it out. Let's still
No
go.
one
Come on,
around.
guys.
Let's go see what it is.
Well, I don't know if you understand fucking chicken talk, but that bird is telling you that there's nothing there, which is fucking dumb. He's dumb as a bird can get. He has fucking a Rockford brain. I'd ditch the bird. I'd eat him if I had to, but that's not me. That's not my place. It's not my best friend.
The bird stares at you and cocks its head.
There's some crazy stuff going on here.
I'm walking towards it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna figure out where that was. I walk through it with the curiosity of a man on a mission.
I'm gonna grab Edgar by the shoulder. You're fucking mad. What the fuck is wrong with you? That could have been a fucking dragon. Look at the fucking skies. I'm not saying I believe in storytellers, but that I've read as a child of ogres and dragons and all kinds of fucking crazy shit. But I used to work for the church. And if I believe in that, or if I have the slightest comprehension of that, there's way worse out there.
Daggle, church be damn, I'm going. And I shrug his hand away and I keep walking.
Edgar takes off towards the impact.
I look at Dago and be like,
I follow.
we're not really going there, right?
No, we're not fucking going. We're not going there. We'll go after them. After their
Wilton
marshmallows, we'll go.
follows.
It's like, hey, yeah. How about we just sit here? I'll give you a swig of rum.
Oh, thank you. This is just what we need for a campfire while we're roasting these marshmallows of Edgar and fucking Wilton.
I give Dago a swig of rum and we just sit there and watch.
Okay, you watch your friends become small as they walk into the distance. And you guys arrive at a still hot impact site. You can see that down about maybe 6 or 7 feet into the ground, there is an object, and right now it is still glowing a little red with heat. But you can see over time, after you stand there for a few seconds, you can see that it is beginning to like lose the color of from the heat. And you see there's a bunch of ground displaced. There's like rocks and there's dirt all like shoved out at the sides, and there's still dust settling in the area. That's what you see.
Can I investigate it?
Yes.
See if I can figure out anything else. Fucking bitch. +4.
As you're trying to get a better look at the orb, you accidentally slip into the hole and your elbow touches it. It's really, really hot, and it burns you for 1 damage.
Motherfuck Severin in the ass.
Aren't you supposed to know about rocks?
Not hot ones.
I'll study cold rocks.
Can I give it a gander?
Give that goose a gander.
Oh shit!
What are you rolling for though?
I don't know. Just check it out.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just kind of looking at it.
You get +0 for nothing.
Edgar's down there in the hole. I'll just tell you what you see, what's obvious. So down in the crater, you see Edgar sitting there, getting up, brushing himself off. Ouch, my elbow. And you see the orb appears to be it looks metallic, and it's like a perfect circle almost. You can see that there's like swirls of blue and swirls of silver through it, and where the swirls are, it kind of bows out a little bit, like it's a little misshapen there.
I pour some of my water skin on it.
Steam goes into the air.
Beautiful.
Can I use my mineral knowledge? I don't know if this is a mineral. Metal and ores don't count as minerals, do they?
Sure.
Yeah, ish.
Go ahead, roll
Metals.
your knowledge.
16. My knowledge is +1.
17. Nice. Okay, so you can tell that this orb right here. You're looking at it now that it's cool enough to touch. You're able to see that like it doesn't scrape away easily the silver parts. So you know that it's not actual. Okay, so you find out that it's definitely not silver. The blue stuff, you have no idea what it is, but it does remind you of cobalt. And judging by like its sight, you're just like it's definitely like nothing you've ever seen before.
Is it?
Can I bury this?
We gonna bury? Wait. Oh yeah, we might
have
want
a
to come
shovel.
back for it.
You guys can do whatever you want.
Well,
How long would it take me to bury this thing?
Not too long.
Okay, I wanna bury it and like make the signs that it like no one will know like it like change the sign like make it so it doesn't look like there was something happened there. But no, like we mark it though so we know where
so we can
it's
come
at.
back for it. It might
Yeah.
be worth something, huh?
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do a survival check to see how well you're able to hide it.
Please roll high. Come on, you fucking thing's frozen.
Fuck-
What
don't
are you
fuck
doing with
that.
me? Woo, 15.
15.
17 altogether. So yeah, after it takes you about 45 minutes, you're able to bury it pretty well, and it's pretty well hidden. And you just kind of like mentally note the area that's there and arrange a few of the rocks so that you can hopefully find this spot again.
Edgar, do not tell Diggle about this.
Oh, I was just about to say the same thing.
You're giving it away again. We can tell Judd though when we get back from this journey.
Okay, so
It's
you
best to
guys
keep it
bury
a
the
secret until
strange
we get
orb.
back. Yeah, it's best to keep it a secret until we get back this way.
We'll just say we
Leave.
couldn't find it.
Yeah. As far as
guys are
they know, it's
hilarious.
just random fire, random crater. All right, not in
They
agreement
start
with
heading
Wilton.
back.
Okay, you guys begin walking back to the group, and yeah, you arrive there in like 10, 20 minutes.
You're not fucking marshmallows. I'm fucking surprised.
Where we couldn't find it. Fucking it was
I
too
go-
far.
I go and
I'm
put
fu-
my arm around Wilton and be like, "So, what you find?" While giving him a sip of my rum.
How?
Just a step.
What's Daigle's proximity?
I'm right
He's
there
still at
sitting
the
with them.
campfire. I walk towards you.
Oh, I just take a sip and I just walk away slowly.
Fucking surprised. You didn't fucking get charged to death. You're not fucking crazy. Not that I'd advise it, not that I'd pay to see it unless I was in a coliseum, then I would definitely pay to see it. But
What about you, Edgar? Would you like a swig of
know,
rum?
Let's
Would you
get
like a
on-
swig of rum, Edgar?
I would love a swig of rum. I take a drink. I'm just like, you know,
I
It's
take
just
one
like
more swig
Bagel
for
said.
myself and cork it and put it away.
it's just like Daigle said. That's, you know, some things are better left for the church. Nothing the mortalized can see. And then I just leave it at that.
Yeah.
about time that someone's actually thinking logically. All right, shall we get going then? Shall we get going? Shall we just keep moving?
Let's go.
I believe we should.
All right. So you're able to trek a few more hours on the road before nightfall hits. You can decide whether to travel through the night or to make camp.
What do you guys want to do?
How long
Travel
have we
through the
been
night?
traveling already?
For the day.
I say,
So a whole day?
Guys, I
Basically.
say,
So
we
I
push-
say let's make camp.
What were we doing? Sorry.
Making
We're
camp.
resting. Yeah,
we're
making camp.
Oh, that's what we decided. Okay. Pussies. I guess we make camp.
Bone Crag, you gotta keep watch.
Yeah,
You're the man that never
I'll
sleeps.
keep, I'll keep watch.
we should go in twos
stay
just
up.
to be safe. I'll stay with Wilton.
Well, I could just perch up in a tree with my bird.
Well, fine, then I won't stay with Wilton.
If we're going twos, him and his,
Well, because I have my
We can-
bow too. So
we can both go. We can all three go to sleep while him and his, while him and his chicken stay awake. We can all three go to sleep. I think it's a great idea.
Agreed.
I'm already just knocked out. I'm sleeping.
That's what
I'll
happens
keep
when
watch.
I remember my first beer.
All right,
Did
so
I-
you guys,
Take
you guys,
that.
you guys are just doing your shifts and going to bed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm keeping watch, and the rest of the three are going to sleep.
We're being
Excellent.
sketchy. We're being sketchy.
So you guys get a little sketchy with one another. Set up your tents, not far off from the main road, out in a little clearing. There aren't a lot of trees in this area in the lowlands. You guys have made it pretty close to where the river forks before the swamp area, and you can see trees in the distance, especially on this clear night. You guys go ahead and you guys sleep through the night without any issues and nothing to bother you besides the sounds of prairie birds in the night.
Dungeon Daddy, are we well rested?
You're well
Alright.
rested, baby.
Can I?
Yeah, 'cause you got bedrolls and you got tents, so yeah, definitely well rested.
So do I lose that? Little bit of health I lost?
Yes,
What about
absolutely.
some sanity? Since you got some good night's sleep too.
Absolutely not. He has to take drugs to do that.
Yeah, I have to tweak for that to be okay.
Hey, Edgar. I got that old brandy from that safe.
That ain't no Malfora, man. I was playing. I haven't tried that yet. I'm on the road for that. Okay.
Yeah, so we're all up. Are we traveling or what's going on?
You guys are up in the morning. You tell me what you do.
I eat some food and drink some water.
Yeah, I wake up, I eat a little bit, and then I look around to see if there's any tracks, maybe something I can hunt.
Okay, absolutely. Do a survival roll, bud. So, yes, 17 plus 4.
Yeah.
Excellent, dude. So yeah, you can see that these plains here, is just riddled with groundhog holes.
Okay.
And you sit out there watching, and you can see them poke their heads up like every couple of minutes. There seem to be quite a lot in this area.
I bring Wilton with me and be like, hey, Wilton, get low. Get your bow out and just fucking wait. Watch these motherfuckers pop out of the ground and just wait. Just wait. Hold on. Ready? You see that motherfucker go? You see him? Pop, up, down, up, down. Just wait. Fucking hit that motherfucker.
Can I shoot him?
Yeah, shoot an arrow.
So I gotta roll. What am I rolling?
Roll an
Okay,
attack.
shoot it.
Let's roll an attack.
Is it a 6? 20.
What?
What dice am I rolling?
Oh, roll a d20, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, always. When I tell you to roll an attack, always d20. Plus 5, 7. It's a groundhog. You hit it.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. If you get below, if you get a 6 or under, you can't hit a groundhog. So
Yeah. Oh shit! Good job, Wilton. Looks like we got some fucking breakfast. Let's fucking get this shit.
I want to shoot another one.
okay,
Fucking go for it, Wilton.
You wait a few more minutes. Bam, another groundhog.
Oh fuck!
Nice.
Oh yeah! Fuck yeah, Wilton.
Okay, well, should I just shoot 2 more? Might as well. I'm gonna shoot 2 more.
Yeah, why not go for it?
Bam, groundhog. Bam, groundhog.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
And now the groundhogs seem to be a little wary of this area. You see that they stop popping up out of the holes.
I bring all
stop.
4.
We're just doing
I grab
shit.
all. Well, I take my arrows out of them first of all, and then me and John walk back to camp, and I throw groundhog at Daigle and Edgar. I'm like, breakfast is served, bitches.
I walk up both of them and say, "Give me that shit back. Let me fucking butcher it for you." God.
All right, do a survival check to prepare the groundhog.
You can keep all the skins.
So survival check
Yeah, survival check. Chop up them hogs.
Nice.
+4.
All right, y'all eating hog in the morning. So yeah, dude, you chop up the groundhogs, take
Hog
off their
ground.
skin cleanly, and manage to get them on a spit over a fire. And groundhogs are roasted on up.
Is this
hog
just our
rounds.
breakfast? Or does this last longer? Because I'll try to preserve it too if it lasts longer.
Dude, one groundhog isn't gonna last me longer than breakfast.
No.
I'm eating it.
I would say groundhog per meal. Groundhog per meal.
Can we just carry the groundhogs like on a stick and just like eat it while we walk? Like
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Groundhog
like a kebab
kebab.
kind of deal.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
let's
doing.
just
I'm
keep these
walking
meals
and
on
eating my
the
groundhog.
road.
All
Same.
right, dude. So you take your grub on the road. Everybody subtract. You don't have to subtract the ration, but subtract the water from everybody.
Okay.
Just for today's travel, you know.
So what do we
So-
want to do?
so
So
full
my
wine-
wineskin
yeah.
was 100%. So do I just take away like 25% or do I take away 100?
The wineskin full of water.
Yeah, just my water. Yeah, my water.
Yeah. So
skin.
it's 1 wineskin of water per day. So
Okay, so I'm out of water then.
count your wineskin as 1 water ration. You want more wineskins if you want more water rations. There's actually water skins too. You don't have to have wineskins,
Well-
but yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was
That's all
gonna
had.
say I had a full
Yeah.
water, but then I have 2 wineskins too.
I'm out of water.
I also that first day I drank a bottle of rum that Hobart gave me.
Okay.
yeah, but
Yeah,
we're on
I mean,
day
you
two.
And
You guys already had all the water and food you needed for the first day because you were at the camp before, you know, but you're at
Yeah.
Miser's.
Okay, so is it still -1 water for me and Casey since we had wineskins and stuff?
Yeah.
Mine minus. Yeah,
Okay.
it's -1 water. The wine
It's
skin that
it's just
you
minus it's
use.
-1 water every day. Every day you travel.
Okay.
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 How many
Oh,
days without water can you go? Is that like
I can
3?
go 2 days.
Yeah. He can
Well, that's what I'm wondering about because I have a bottle of I am assuming rum. It just says spirits from Hobart.
Yeah, it doesn't
So-
count as water.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, if anything, that makes you more dehydrated, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we're walking. We'll see if we can find. There's nothing we can do now but turn back. So we might as well just keep going.
Well, we
forward.
already got
See
our
what we
water
can
for
do.
the day. We're good. We can get water towards the end of our journey. Let's go down our path.
I mean, we
guys.
are going to a swamp. There's water there.
Yeah. As I mentioned before too, you guys are coming to a fork of the river. So
There we
Fill my
go.
wineskin.
We wasted time for no reason. Okay.
Come on, boys. Yeah, you have a rather uneventful day, and you arrive at a quaint little bridge that is just off of the road, I guess it is on the road. Why wouldn't it be? And there's an offshoot of the river, which is a creek. As you remember, the original river is like basically chock full of sediment. It runs red because of the amount of clay that's loose in the river. But you see that this water is, for the most part, clear in this creek.
Does my distiller do anything with distilling clayish water? Or you said it's basically clear, so it's fine.
Well, anyways, I go and fill my skin.
Okay.
I fill my skin, and I chug a wineskin and fill my wineskin with water as well.
So now you have 2 skins full of water, Casey?
Yeah.
Or Wilton?
Before he gets done with his wineskin, to say, "Hey, give me some of that."
I let John finish it off.
Okay.
Can I use my distiller
Use that
to
wine.
distill some more water? How long does that take?
Yeah, for you to fill your skin, it's going to take you 3 hours.
I wanted to put some more in some.
I'd say boil.
Never mind. No, I wanted to
Faster.
distill it for other purposes.
Okay,
not
yeah,
for drinking.
yeah, you're right. For potions.
But actually, yeah. Can I do the? You know what?
Okay,
Wait, hold
Snape.
on.
One option would be packaging up some water to distill later when you're at your camp, or
Okay, yeah. Can I just fill 2 of my empty vials up with this dirty water and my wineskin?
oh, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put 8 empty vials, and then what would I put that under? Just filthy river water?
Yeah, you can just put impure water.
Okay.
How close are we to the? I can't say, but I'm just gonna say the Badlands.
I'm just gonna drink out of the river now too. Let's say that.
This is day 2, right?
Okay. Yeah, this is day 2.
Okay, so we're about halfway there.
You guys are halfway
Yeah.
there, correct?
All right, cool.
Yeah, you guys will finish your today's travel on the other side of this bridge, and you guys are now like getting closer. You're on the outskirts of the swamp now, so you're into the lowland. I should wait until homie gets back. As you get further into the lowlands, you begin to feel a sort of humidity in the air, where the water is evaporating more. The temperature also goes up a bit more, even though it is in the fall. You guys make it probably several miles down past the bridge before nightfall hits, and you are forced to take camp.
Man, does
Or-
anybody
or
else
not.
smell fucking Edgar's swamp ass?
I mean, I do, but that's not what I'm worried about. This air, it's reacting with my skin in a weird way. I don't understand it.
That's definitely Edgar's swamp ass with all the weird ass things the concoctions he's ingested. For
Oh,
sure.
we all have
Yeah.
swamp ass. Get off of me.
I have a canvas, John, that you can throw around yourself if you like.
Well, it honestly, my skin always feels really weird normally, but this stuff is kind of helping. It's making me a little limber, not feeling like all my skin's tight like it usually is.
That's what drugs do to you. I wouldn't fucking beg a differ from.
I drink a wineskin and I go to sleep.
Yeah, I walk over to Wilton, be like, "Hey, I know you found something over there. What you find, dude? Back like 2 days ago, the crater, the fire. What you get?"
Listen, nobody said nothing about no damn crater.
Can I use my perception roll to listen in?
Crater? What crater? You popping pimples? What are you talking
Can I
about?
use my wait, real quick, can I use my perception roll to listen in?
Are you in our vicinity?
I'm talking
we can't
about
hear you guys.
And nothing
can't
was
hear-
just said,
guys.
so it's kind of a waste of perception. Nothing
can't
was just
hear-
said. He didn't tell
well,
me.
if you're
Well, he
You guys-
just wants to listen in on the conversation.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll your perception. You're listening in on their conversation. They're not aware.
okay, because
Because you're just away from them.
Yeah, because I'm in a
Probably
current
in your own tent.
conversation with I'm in a current conversation with Edgar right now,
Oh, okay.
and then the green is the D20, right? Correct.
Who would you be listening to then, man? Because you're
The red one.
Oh, I'm
Is-
talking to Edgar right now, and so
okay.
And then he's listening to me and
Fucking.
Well, if you intervene in a
Wilton.
conversation while we're talking, I might be
You
of
wouldn't have to roll a
earshot.
perception for this. Like you would just hear him say that.
Okay, so
So you hear him ask about what Edgar found.
Yeah, and then Edgar said nothing. So
I say, you found a fucking dragon? You found a what'd you find? Would you find a fucking dragon
Yes,
egg?
Daigle, we
You
found a
fucking tell me
dragon,
something
and
crazy?
it hatched from its little egg, and it flew
Dude,
away to whatever
dude.
godforsaken country that's still out
Country.
there. Okay.
Is it still intact? Is it still an egg? You know, eggs were it's priceless. It's priceless. I've never seen one in real life, but I can bet the dollars on that. That's insane. That's good money there. That's good fucking money there.
There's no
What?
dragon. There's no egg. There is nothing. It is a crater.
Edgar,
Whatever it is,
I fucking
walked
heard
off.
you. I fucking heard your buddy thinking about what? What? You guys walked across that scar like it was nothing, and then you fucking come back with
he
something.
said
and
there
you're
was
fucking
He
mad?
told me there was nothing there. Just saying.
There was nothing. There was nothing.
He told me that you overheard telling me that there was nothing there. So
I overheard when you're talking that when you're talking to Edgar just now. I rolled over here. I rolled an 18.
yeah,
over
and
here.
he told me there was nothing there.
There's nothing. There's nothing there. Hurts, man.
I actually didn't tell anybody anything. when
Don't
we were-
keep secrets.
I was the one that told Wilton not to say anything to John either.
All right, but really, I'm gonna go to sleep though.
You know what's going on is that
Wilton just passed
we've
out.
known each other for a long time, right? We spent every night at the Sloppy Sister. All we ever focused on was just the present. Now we're looking at the future, but we've never quite looked into the past. We know nothing of each other's backgrounds. Where are you from, Daigle?
You talk about where I was born. That's what you fucking talk about. It doesn't exist anymore. It's like the future. You never know. You're just never gonna fucking know. And that's it.
And why doesn't
Where I come from.
And why doesn't it exist? What happened? What happened to you? I can see it in your eyes. I've seen it since day one. You're hiding something. You've always hid things in between your multiple personalities, in between your constant cons. There's something. You pretend to be all these people, but who are you really, Daigle?
Nobody. Who's the fuck? No, I'm trying to
Who's
make
under
a
that
coin.
sin-eating persona?
Just a coin. That's all that we have left in this world. Edgar, you're
Secrets
the
of
good friend
betrayal.
of mine. And I miss if we can go back in time to the Sloppy Sister heist where we just get in there, get out with a bunch of drinks over our belts before we get blackballed and before we get kicked out of the bar. That was me and you. We just get drunk and messed up all the time, and that was it. Forget about the world, forget about politics, forget about everything else. But in this world right now, what's happening right now is a revolution. I'm scared. You're scared. We're all scared. And I want to get to the bottom of this. But let me tell you something. Is you're not ready what I'm about to expose to you. I don't think you're ready for it.
I don't think I've been ready for anything that I've been exposed to since day one. But we learn to adapt and evolve. And that's what we're doing here as a group, as brothers in arms. So tell me, who are you, Daigle?
I could tell you right now in simple words, but you won't feel it. You won't understand it. There's nothing to that. There's no way I can translate what's going on right now in this world. It's fucking crazy. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than fucking the new. It's bigger than anybody. It's bigger. I tell you right now, stay with me long enough. And if you live, you live. If I die, I die. And that's it. You'll figure out the truth. It's bigger than both of us. But I'm down and I'll be here with you. It's nothing that can come to words is what I'm trying to say, Edgar. And I trust you as far as I can throw you, but still, it will not. There's so much to this situation.
Then I suppose we keep it at that. I I stay quiet, and then I'm gonna distill those waters that I had while I'm awake.
All right. As the night winds down, and Edgar goes and sets up his metal heat frame and applies a beaker and the tubing for his distiller, and begins distilling his water back into a few vials. Silence sets over the camp, all but the bubbling of the water and the crackling of the fire, as both Edgar and Daigle perhaps wonder how much they really know each other. You awaken in the morning from your slumber, again well rested. You gather your things from the camp, and you guys just want to like keep moving forward.
Yeah, I wanna move forward and
Water,
then just I guess
food.
water hunt for a little ground game if that's around.
Yeah, roll a survival.
Fuck.
Little ground game.
I've
All right, you're
plus two
unable to
survival
find
too.
anything. Yeah, you're unable to find anything.
Yeah,
out here
I'm
in the
also
desert.
gonna do the same though, is like drink some water and look for game, because that's what I do every morning. So
But regardless, I guess I'll just eat a ration today.
+4.
9. Okay, yeah. So you guys are unable to find any game in the vicinity. But yeah, okay. So you guys begin heading further into the swamp. Now you guys are actually getting on the cusp of the real swamp. Here, hold on
Hell
just a
yeah.
moment.
I hope everyone packed a couple pair of socks, because in this swamp it won't last a couple of days. You better be aware of that.
So since we're in a swamp, I'm assuming the ground's mucky. Are we?
No, it's dry as fuck.
Well, are we still traveling? Or are we like done with the travel of the day?
Hold on.
I don't know.
You guys are now at like you guys are now within the reaches of the swamp. So the further you head south, the more the scent of decomposition and sort of like the swamp gases begin to fill your nostrils. Oddly, there's also a sort of sweet smell among these scents, like fresh earth and humus. The humidity grows and grows as pinpoints of sweat begin to dot your foreheads, and the buzzing of insects, especially gnats, pulls around you. The ground is somewhat soft now and can give way to deep holes filled with peat and swamp muck. You can tell it's going to be slow going within the swamp itself. Yeah, you're beginning to see the outlines of trees in the distance and smaller waterways. Like basically anywhere where two like hills or mounds of land meet, there is like creeks. It's very moist in this area, and you guys see a figure coming up towards you down the road from out of the swamp. As you guys get closer to it, you see that it is a man with one arm. The other arm is completely missing, and he has a buckler and a sword out, and he points the sword at you guys as you guys come down the way, and he says, "Which one of you's gonna duel me for all you own?"
Well, who's a swordsman?
That's you,
Bone
Loki.
Crag! He's gonna fucking take your fucking life! Don't you dare
Crag
fucking attack us like that! You're
an
insane! You're the dumbest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life! You're fucking dead! Bone Crag, give him the best you got!
He says, "One of ye, any of ye, all of ye, arm yourselves. Come on, let me lay you a wager."
You're investing with the wrong Bone Crag. He used to dig fucking graves
I
for a living.
guess
He's
I
gonna dig
knock an
yours.
arrow and just pull it back and get ready to pop
Unless
off.
he's
but
wanting
I
to
just
duel.
hold it. I'm just holding
He
it.
said a sword
Yes,
fight.
you want to do it? You're on
He
a
said,
duel?
arm yourself.
I put my knuckles on and I whisper to fucking Wilton and be like, "I got your back when this doesn't plan out." But this guy's trying to challenge us, so just take him out quick.
Is this the duel? Is this the duel that you want?
He says, "Yes." He says, "A duel is all I've ever wanted.
You have one arm.
As you can
man.
tell, I've dueled before."
Yeah, and you lost quite a bit.
You think you're not very good at it.
This guy is out of his mind.
You want want to go home and have a warm cup of tea, and you want to lay down, you want to relax, and maybe tell about your grandsons about how you lost the door and how you lost your arm.
Grandsons. Who do you think I am? I am Albert.
Albert.
I'm Albert.
I'm sorry. We were waiting. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were waiting for a title.
I looked to
What are
Wilton
you,
to go.
Edgar?
Albert the what? Albert. Wait, hold on.
I've toyed with that. I've toyed with several titles, but they never seem to catch on.
I start walking towards him, just like holding one of the. I start walking towards him with the phosphoric acid thing in my hand, and just like kind of like tapping into my head. It's like, Albert the what? Albert the dead? Albert the deceased? Albert the rotten one? Which one do you prefer?
Albert the victorious, and he strikes out with his sword.
Damn! I try to dodge it. I try to dodge it.
Calm down.
Guys.
Calm down.
So yeah, he misses you with the first strike of the sword, and he says, "Pull out your weapon."
Can I try to shove the vial into his face?
Absolutely, yes.
Since I'm close, yeah, that was close enough for a strike. 9.
Plus what, 5?
Plus 5 of the throw acid.
Yeah, since you're still wielding your acid weapon, and this is like point blank, we're just gonna give you your bonus for it. That makes sense.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that's definitely gonna hit. So what are you doing? You're just slamming it into his face?
Yeah, because he tried to swing his sword at me and missed, so I just slammed it into his face.
Can you
So-
get
Right
hurt
between
by
the eyes,
acid?
or right in the
Or
eyes.
are you immune
I-
to it?
So go
I
ahead
have
and
chemical relief, so I don't know if that.
chemical relief means that you can reduce insanity points by taking.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought that had something to do with
So
the
go
poison.
ahead and roll 2d4 damage. Holy shit! So 4 plus your intelligence, that's 7 damage,
Yeah.
and you take half of that yourself. So you take 4 damage.
4? Okay. so I
Because
got
the
4.
acid just goes entirely over your hand. So you smash the vial into his face. Phosphoric acid pours over your own hand and pours over the face of the man. He screams and he falls to the ground convulsing and dies.
Is he incapacitated?
I start to.
Damn it. I was going to say, I guess it's your
As
I
soon
guess
as he
someone else
falls to the ground, Wilton just fucking like takes the arrow out of his bow and just like jumps on his corpse, starts digging through his pockets.
Search, brothers.
That's what I imagine when you say you like search someone immediately. So you just drop everything and you like dive on their corpse. Like, oh, I need it. I need the stuff.
We don't check for a pulse. We just go straight for the fucking loot.
Yeah, dude.
Bullcrest, you're a fucking psycho.
Ooh, what about
There's no honor.
Edgar?
Oh yeah. So Edgar, now so your right hand or your left hand, whichever you did
It was my right hand. So is it scarred now?
it's scarred. Yeah, you have terrible chemical burns on your hand now.
Honor.
That's what he wanted. He'd sit there smiling about it.
Okay,
Edgar, stop whining. The scars are nothing. I'm covered in them.
Wilton.
These scars are just gonna remind you.
You guys,
Edgar,
I won't be
that the past
human
is
by the
real.
end of all this, okay?
So he has so this guy has a well-maintained rapier. It's like you can tell that it's like well sharpened. It seems to be really well made. There's kind of like ebony inlays in the handle. It seems like he had a really nice sword.
Wilton, I killed it. I deserve first dibs.
Heck yeah, I don't want
I
it.
thought so. But guess what?
Is anybody
Since
here
there's no-
efficient with a sword, an actual sword, or no?
Tell you about that?
I
I'll
don't think
fucking
any of
take
us
it.
are.
Okay,
No,
I mean,
That's why
I
I was
grab
like,
it.
God,
I grab
don't
it
want
before anyone else
okay,
does.
yeah. I just,
Grab it.
no, I don't care. I don't need it.
We're walking
Would you
away
like
from
to-
it as
would you
he
li-
thinks he's victorious on his ground.
This is man of noble
Were you
thinking.
searching him too, Edgar?
No, I just said I deserve first pick, and then he said I don't care, I don't need it. The rapier Wilton did, so I was like,
Sure.
I was just asking if anybody had efficiency to it. I don't actually want it. Like if anybody was good with
Oh,
it.
I asked if you searched the guy. Did you search the guy?
No, I didn't. I was
Okay.
just he's searching, and I was just saying that I call first dibs while he's just digging away at him.
He wants all the
There
reward,
you
but
go.
none of the effort to get it.
The effort to get it, I murdered him.
I have no
There's
use
no-
for that puny
That was
blade.
There's no
choice.
effort in murder.
There was
All right,
quite the
well,
effort. There's quite
bury
the
him.
effort. There's
Yeah,
quite the effort, Daigle. Look at my hand.
Yeah, I guess
Edgar-
after you spend like a good amount of time just shaking him down, you do find like his little pouch. And
Edgar?
inside of his pouch, you find 1 gold piece and 5 silver pieces.
Who
That's
found it?
Edgar, I think
You
less than
did.
less
You're the
of
only
you
one
every day.
searching them, Wilton.
Oh,
And you
okay,
can
well,
you can see that there's
I'm
also
talking about shit.
there's a little locket in there. It seems to be made out of copper.
I
You
give
ain't gonna
I
share the
give
spoils.
I give Edgar the locket and I give him the gold piece.
Ooh.
He did
Damn.
the killing.
That's what's up. Good. That's
Well,
noble of
See
you.
this. Well,
I think there was 5
thank
silver
you.
pieces. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then I'm
Did you
gonna
What'd you say the locket was made
I'm
of?
just gonna keep the 5
Copper?
for now.
Copper locket.
Silvers ain't shit.
Yeah, when you flip open the locket, you can see that there's a crudely carved, looks like kind of like a stick figure with tits, and and then on the other side of the locket it says "Coming back for you, baby."
I look at it and I turn to the rest of the party and I'm just like, this guy was clearly out of his mind.
Edgar, I want you to wear that locket.
I look at it again and I shrug. It's like, then again, I kind of want to see who he's going home to. I'm also insane, guys. I got 3 insanity.
Edgar puts on the locket.
Yeah, I do. I put on the locket next to my Severin chain.
Keep moving forward.
He's getting up with so many necklaces, dude. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah,
So
boy.
you won the duel, Edgar. Okay. So you guys, you guys continue.
Oh,
you
shit,
guys,
I got a minus. Sorry, I had to minus one of my things.
Did you write
Word.
down your gold and locket?
Yeah, I had to minus the phosphoric.
the
thing.
first man to own a GP. Okay, so you have 1 less acid.
That's
and
gonad points.
Gonad. What's gonna happen? Fuck. Oh yeah, and you took 4 damage. You already wrote that down.
Yeah. I'm at 4 now because I only have 8 HP.
Gotcha.
That's rough.
Word. Okay, so yeah, you guys travel and it is nightfall as you have gotten a part of the way into the swamp. You're beneath these swampy trees. There's lots of spider webs out here. You can hear the croaking of frogs and the chirping of crickets in the nightfall now that you are here.
Ooh.
But you guys
my God.
could attempt to travel through the swamp by nightfall to find where the tribe is, but otherwise you would have to find some place to make camp.
Guys, I
wanna
say
go
we
make
make camp
torches.
because
Make torches.
I'm not feeling too hot after that burn. I need to rest.
I
feel like we should rest.
used
We should
my
rest.
10-foot rope and my 10x10 canvas and make a hammock for Edgar to lay in.
Cool.
Yeah, I rest and then I take my swig from my water
Do I
skin.
need to roll for that or do I just make
Nah.
it?
Can I say this? Can I say, hey,
I lay in it.
no,
It's
no,
Successfully lay in it.
don't rest so easily. Can I say,
Well, we need someone to keep guard, but I just vote that I need to
Well,
sleep.
Daigle, I was just letting Edgar get rest because of his injury. But
How
we
about
can
this?
make torches.
How about
We can
we
make
tie a
torches.
rope? How about we tie a rope around a tree proximity and we
tie a
tie
rope
2
around your
knives?
neck.
We tie 2 knives together, and that way, when someone trips over the rope, it'll ding together, and we might have a sight. We might have to hear when someone's approaching our camp. You're afraid of an ogre. That's the best way to do about it.
I have my falcon with us. And
Sure. Because your falcon's better. He's
Are you
better
saying
for
I
eating
know?
than he is. No, he's better for eating than he is for fighting. Your falcon be shit. Your falcon's a piece of shit. I'd rather have a chicken on my fucking shoulder than your falcon.
Your falcon shuffles uncomfortably, staring at Daigle, and then
Yeah. If he learns the language, he'll know that he's not fucking wanted. So better train him tight. I say we tie a perimeter and let bells ring while we're in the swamps. 'Cause
so
something-
are you telling me you're gonna pull the rope out from underneath Edgar while he's already laying in this hammock?
Yeah, I'm dead
You're
ass
gonna make your
asleep.
perimeter.
No, you know what?
Yeah, Edgar
You know what?
passes right
I'm
out.
saying we sleep. I'm saying we sleep merrily tonight. You're the man. You're in charge. We'll go.
I mean, you guys
with your
can wake me
number.
up if you guys want to use the string to
That's
do that.
fine.
You guys can. I was just saying.
Let's not arm the perimeter. You're the man. You're Fulcrum second in charge. We'll go to sleep tonight safely.
I don't appreciate your attitude, Daigle.
I never appreciate you as a person, anyways, Bonecrack. You're always a
spit
man
on the
with
ground.
risk. Yeah, you're a gambler, and I never trust gamblers.
Where do you get this Oh, because I gambled at the festivals.
I'm on to you. I trust you, but I dislike your I dislike what you do.
We got a lot of mistrust going in this trip.
Yeah.
I
We're gonna have
say
to see a
I just walk
psychiatrist when we get
away.
past the Miser's Peak.
I just walk away. Oh, I just start climbing the nearest, like the biggest nearest tree,
Fucking Daigle.
and I just keep watch, I guess, up there.
we set up camp tonight in this. in the
I just
murkiness.
crash. I crash.
Okay, so you managed to climb up into one of these trees and clear away some cobwebs. And yeah, you can see a decent area around you here. You can see that there's just like a lot of like mounds of moss, and it's kind of hard to tell what's going on in the dark here. But for the time that you spend sitting up there in the tree, you don't notice any movement. There is one point in the night though where the crickets and the toads cease chirping in the area for about 2 minutes. Then they start again.
So do we wake? Do we wake during the middle of the night?
No, unless he
Daddy,
wakes you.
or
No,
Okay.
there's
We're
there's
still
nothing to wake about.
we sleep through it.
Okay, so
Is
you
it
wait,
morning?
you just stay up for the night, or you go to bed in the tree, or what do you do?
Oh, me?
No, I'm
No,
gonna
you're
stay
asleep.
up for the night.
Okay. Yeah, so you wait. So in the morning, yeah, you sit up there until the morning time, and you can hear actually the crowing of roosters coming from deep in the swamp. No, that's not us.
That's
Am
that's
I,
how I wake everybody up.
Can I use the morning to hunt down some milk toads or whatever the fuck they are that I want to milk something up?
Guys, I just
Absolutely.
thought of something.
What?
So
Got the roll.
if it went
Hold
silent,
on.
because we're in the area that this creature that we're supposed to be hunting, right?
We're rearing to it, yes.
If we're getting close to that area, what if that's why it got quiet? It's because that creature's out there right now.
I think that's what it was hurtling towards, but right now I'm focused on milking toads.
Yeah. Also for DM, I'm on the look for
Well, I just
Desma
had that
Divine.
epiphany. I don't know if you guys already had that in your head. I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking too. I think Daigle's onto something about the ringing knife thing. I wasn't going against your plan. I was just saying that I was dead asleep, so somebody's gonna have to wake me up.
I just wanted Edgar.
But I
in
mean, I
better
understand
health
what you're getting
condition,
at. Yeah.
So
I
we
understand.
went down a man.
I do go to John. I go to John and say, we could have fucking died tonight. We would have been fucking free dinner. You know that? You're lucky I
could've
didn't give a
taken that
fuck about my
faster.
health. You didn't give a fuck about your health either. Because that was the only fucking way. We didn't have set no traps. We're out in the fucking wilderness of nothing we know nothing about.
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
Like by
could've
what?
taken-
You could have taken him in your sleep. He could have choking you out. You could have been fucking you. I don't know the
The
fuck is
fuck you
out
talking
there.
about, Steve? I'm
But I
talking
was
about the
watching you,
motherfucker we just
Daigle.
killed.
There's no traps.
Wolves
There's
is not
nothing
gonna-
out there protecting us. I barely
fuck
Jumped
did you
down
hear?
from a tree.
What did you
barely
hear during the
slept.
night? I didn't hear shit.
Yeah, I barely slept. And you're
Really
fucking lucky
slept.
for
You
that.
snored through
You're
the whole
welcome.
night, Daigle.
You're welcome I didn't sleep. You're fucking welcome for that. Let's keep moving. Let's hit our target. We're already in this fucking
I guess, yeah,
I
if
was-
you're
I
done
was-
talking.
Well,
I wait,
Edgar's
you guys-
hunting. Hunting
Yeah, I was
for
just trying to
toads.
hunt for some toads real quick.
Oh,
is
yeah.
there is there regular toads in here? Like, could I just like go frogging right now?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
also going to look
frogs?
for
Yeah,
the Desma Divines.
You could probably find some frogs. Okay, you can hunt for Desmod vines. Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's go one at a time. Edgar, go ahead and do a knowledge nature roll. No, investigation. Investigate, buddy.
Investigate.
Toad hunting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, 8. Fuck. Investigation plus 4. 12.
12. Okay, well, here, let me do a check here. Boom. Okay. You managed to stumble across a nice, milky little toad.
Oh, that's milky as fuck. So I say as I'm creeping up on it. So I was a little confused by these. It says if I attack one. Let's
I'll
see
just read
here.
the whole thing. There's several ways.
A common large toad with dark brown coloration and simple patterns, when handled roughly, attacked, or massaged. Not doing that. They produce a poisonous milky substance from the glands on the back of their heads, found near water sources or in forests.
Don't
Oh,
molest
I
the
didn't realize the
toad.
last one.
So you
Okay,
gotta
so-
force it to go into your hand.
It says roughly or attack. Like,
Roughly. Don't molest.
can I try to like grab it and handle it? Like, can I just grab it and massage it and hope for
You
the
grab
oil
it-
to come out
As
the back
soon
of
as,
the neck?
as soon as you
No.
grab the toad,
poison.
and it's in your hands, you see that it starts emitting a milky fluid from the glands on the back of its head.
Yeah, you
Can I
can't
start dripping it into my vials? I don't know how many
No,
vials.
you're
can fill with
fucking
that.
bitch.
Yeah,
Your
sure.
hands.
Go ahead and let's do an animal handling check. Let's do that. Roll d20 and
You're gonna
Oh,
die.
my thing
Don't.
froze.
You don't.
Did it
grab
roll on
toads
anybody
like
else's
that.
screen?
there it
9
is.
plus
Yep.
2, 11.
11. Sure. Okay. Yeah, you managed to get a small amount of so you're having a hard time like getting it into the vial with the toad struggling to get away.
Come on, you little fucker.
But you managed to get it in there. There's also some on your hands. And it's
That can do damage?
I would say you probably have a quarter vial in there, which is like maybe enough for like one dose of using it, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, use it, bitch.
1/4 milk toad.
Do I get to
Yeah.
keep my 18 for my role of hunting regular frogs?
Because
Absolutely.
literally, so freeze moment. The difference between poison and venom is injected, poison is surface. So don't lick your fingers like it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, motherfucker.
Oh, wait, actually you're going to have to roll a constitution save. Go ahead. Because you have fresh wounds on your hands from
15 plus
acid.
2. 17.
Okay,
17.
so you manage, so your hand does sting and becomes numb for a while, but you don't
Dumbass.
become afflicted by the poison.
And I don't become a toad, right? That's my biggest fear is become a toad.
not Final
The
Fantasy.
verdict's not out yet.
Oh shit, you might.
you guys, why is Edgar in a corner croaking?
Yeah. Wilton,
Wow.
Wilton, by the way, Wilton, you see on the edge of the water, and he is literally just scooping. There's so many frogs out here. He scoops like 10 frogs into his backpack. Just open. He has his bag like open on the ground. He's just scooping frogs out of the water right into it.
How many?
got 10.
How many do I get?
Fate.
Oh wait, let me roll it actually. You get 11 bullfrogs.
Nice. I take him over to John, and hey John, can you make some frog legs for me, please?
I look at them and be like, I fucking guess so. God. And then I gut them and put them on a spit because otherwise I'd make a soup, but I don't have the rest of the stuff for the soup.
Roast frog meat.
Yeah. I just cut the guts out. The head, the ribs, the legs are still there. All the meat's there. It's just the guts are gone.
Okay.
So it's not a full, like, it's not just frog
How
leg.
many?
It's
How many were there?
11.
11. Okay.
and then I got a +4 for survival.
Okay, yeah. Frogs are pretty easy to clean, so you go ahead and get that done.
All right. I give everybody 2 frogs.
But before that, yeah, I eat my breakfast. But after that,
Yeah. In
I
order-
look around for the
For you guys to have a fire here, though,
Desmodivines.
it's gonna take some time for you to guys be able to find some kindling. So go ahead and do a survival check because almost everything is wet here.
Oh well, yeah.
Who, me or
Whoever's looking for stuff to start the fire.
I'm not looking for fire. I was gonna look for Desmodivines.
If
Sure.
I have a +2 to survival and I just rolled a 9, so 10,
When we
11.
look for fire, the forest burned down.
And
Okay,
then
so
I
it takes
have knowledge
yeah,
of
so-
nature with the +2 as well.
Okay, so yeah, it takes about it takes about an hour and a half for you to find enough to get a good fire going for cooking these frogs. Go ahead and roll, John, for the Desmata Vine.
+4 for survival.
Yeah, go ahead.
Damn girl.
So 11.
Damn girl.
So you're unable to find any vines that match the description of the Desmata in this area.
Okay.
Can I take down the hammock that I set up for Edgar and give Daigle the rope?
Absolutely.
Here you go, Daigle. Here's
As
the
the
rope
frogs are
for the
frying.
next night.
Before we do it, can I look for some rattle stock?
Do you accept my rope, Daigle?
Yes, accept it. And then what I want to do
It's a 10-foot rope.
The more you search, though, the more you'll be cutting into your daylight hours. So right now,
Oh,
it's probably
yeah,
about
never
noon.
mind. Okay, yeah, never
So-
mind. We should probably hit the old dusty
I
trail
take-
whenever everybody
let me
else is
see.
ready.
Do we have any cans in general? Do we have any cans or no?
Cans?
Canned food invented?
I
If
do.
not,
I do have
if
a
not,
couple
I'll take
bottles
2
of
daggers.
old brandy.
If
That
not, I'll take 2 knives and I'll tie them by the I'll tie them awkwardly like this, and then whenever something trips a rope, they'll bang. Just a
I have a
ringing
dual-
sound.
I have a dual-
I think someone should
I'll-
just keep watch. That's not very reliable.
Well, we can all get full rest if no one keeps watch and we have this and nothing happens. We all get full rest. Someone keeps watch, we don't all get full rest. I'm trying to do something for us all to get full rest. If so,
I have a dull iron knife.
if John
I
doesn't
still
want us
have
all to
options.
have full rest, he volunteered to stay up all night.
I mean, no, I could lend you my cleaver, but I need it back.
I do
have a knife.
That's fine. We spend the night. We just rest riskily.
well,
riskily.
we gotta travel throughout the day, so I drink some
Oh.
water and
I'm saying when we rest. When we rest.
some rations.
Word.
Let's get that risk going.
Okay, so you guys you guys munch
out of
on the
water.
delicious meat of the swamp
Yeah.
bullfrogs. Since
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys don't
we
have
gotta
any
have it.
seasonings, it's not a very impressive meal, not a very delicious meal, but you guys do
But
end up
white people
full
like it.
of
Sounds
rubbery
good.
flesh.
Yeah, they do.
It's
How
not
many
bad,
do we
but
Hot
it's
sauce
consume
on
to
this bit.
fill up? Is it 1 or 2 frogs?
What?
How many frogs do we consume to fill ourselves up?
Yeah, 2 frogs. Yeah, you guys have to eat all the frogs. You guys eat all the frogs to get full.
11 of them.
Yep.
Eat all of them. Finger licking good. John, you, my friend, know your way around a campfire. Let me tell you.
it's not the best, but it still tastes better than Wilton's mom.
Oh, oh yeah.
Campfire fight.
Daigle and Wilton. Daigle and Wilton both roll perception. Nice. So Daigle got 16 altogether. Wilton, go ahead and roll a d20 for perception.
Fuck.
Okie dokie.
I got
So
a +2.
That was not
Or a
okie dokie.
so Daigle,
Dookie.
as you're talking about like people getting a good night's rest tonight, you see a little bit of motion in the bushes off to your left. Yep.
Who goes there? Did I
There's no-
fucking
what do you
drink
s-
with you in the pub last night? I remember you. Where you fucking hiding from? You hiding from another bear? I'll got a mug right here for you. And then I throw a small pebble into the bush as I say that.
Okay. Yeah, do a dexterity roll.
Just a small pebble, nothing like crazy hard. Like it's not gonna hurt nobody.
Yeah.
Just a flick.
Okay, yeah. So
You like this?
you throw the pebble into the bush, and you can see that behind it there's like a pool of water, but it doesn't hit the water. And then you see some more motion, and roll a perception check.
D20 as well.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. So you can You can faintly hear. You can tell that these are being like. You can tell that there are some very light footsteps that are going through the water, like on the other side of this bush.
You know the criminal. You're just fucking misunderstood. Come back here. Have a beer with me. You're not in trouble. Come on.
Let's see. All right. Yeah. There's no response. The footsteps grow quieter until you can no longer hear them.
We head out that way. That's our pursuit.
Am I next to Daigle?
Yeah.
I send my falcon up to scout.
It goes up into the air and it immediately goes.
I head in that
signaling
direction.
that there's a person not in your group nearby.
Are we heading that way, Daigle? We can go follow my fucking chicken.
Yeah, well, follow your chicken. We're going that way towards your chicken. Your chicken fucking loud as it is. It's not the type of chicken that wakes me up in the morning. It's the type of chicken that wakes me up for my evening, which is worse because I'm in the middle of drinking a beer. Your chicken's responsible for more kills than nothing.
Yep. You see your peregrine falcon dive down towards one of the trees, and a few moments later, it comes back with a small squirrel in its claws, and it lands on a nearby tree and starts tearing into it.
Is that our culprit, Wilton?
I think so.
We're killing
Either that or he found himself some breakfast.
So you're you would
Can I
you would
still search around? Like, can I like listen around or something?
Oh yeah, there's nothing to hear. There's the croaking of the frogs and the crickets and whatnot. Yeah, there's some gentle trickling water sounds.
Threat inside the squirrel.
The squirrel explodes along with your bird. A cloud of feathers.
Not the actual squirrel, but I thought the squirrel was a masquerade of an actual threat.
Yeah. No. Well, so I have to. I'm sorry I made that a little confusing, but I have to tell you, since you have the technique for scouting, that you know that he signaled that he saw somebody, and then he just happened to find a squirrel after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
There's someone in that little. There's some little girls up in that house.
There's some old girls up in that house.
Please let me get out.
Okay,
That
well, I just
giveaway.
want to search the surrounding area then.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and do a survival. Yeah, do a survival. Yeah. So you do manage to. Yeah, they would be pretty obvious. So you manage to find that there are there's some footprints in the muck just outside of your camp behind a bush.
Daigle, found some footprints.
Yeah. Were you watching the fucking sandals that they're wearing? Is that it? Is that right? We'll fucking follow the shit. Run! Fucking run! Pick up!
John, you're good.
Are you
know,
are you running right now?
And I'm
Daigle?
chasing after the footprints.
Okay, so
I follow
Daigle
him.
peels off.
Peeling
Daigle,
out. I'm running.
John, does that look
Keep
like
up!
animal footprints to you?
I mean, I don't know shit about tracking, but I mean, I don't know.
Daigle, do a perception check, D20, and then you get to add +2 also to that, so +5.
Did giveaway.
13. Okay, yeah, so you're on the trail. Like, even inside of the water, you can see like where the dirt is stirred up and where there's holes where feet have recently passed through it, and then on the muck on the other side, you're following these footprints
Can I get on the muck?
deeper into the swamp.
Okay. Can I get on a shallow end and keep running and chasing?
I'm still behind him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're behind him, yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm like-
Daigle and Wilton take off into the swamp.
John, you want to follow after?
Slop tops.
I think that's probably the best bet. We don't know what the fuck these people are gonna get into.
Yeah.
Let's
by the way,
do
you guys camp
they're
is still
running-
set up there. You guys still have the fire and the
shit.
tents and everything set up back there. Just let you know.
John, let's pack up. Let's pack up everything and follow after.
Don't pack up.
You-
Just fucking go.
You're probably right.
You guys
Well, I
stay
don't
in
wanna lose
pack
my
as
stuff.
your friends get further into the swamp chasing this whatever.
Dead giveaway.
Okay, yeah, so it takes you guys about let's see. Yeah, it takes you guys about 15 minutes to pack that up, and in that time, your friends have like gone quite a ways into the woods, but they've also left some pretty thick trails as they are just pursuing quickly. So you can see their footsteps clearly in the muck of the swamp.
Yeah, Weldon's 350 pounds. We're definitely gonna find that.
Yeah, just craters. So,
Look like hoof marks from a big ass pig.
so
I
you
thought
see,
hurricane season was over.
you see, so as you guys are taking off further into the woods, you do manage to gain a little bit of ground, and you notice that there is a person. Obviously, there's a person running from you guys, and you see that he has a pair of bone pauldrons on. Like he's just got like these bones over each of his shoulders. He's got long brown hair, and he's wearing just a ratty pair of shorts, and you can see that there are some scars down his back. And that's all you see before he dives past another rush of bushes.
Are these the guys that we're supposed to meet up with?
Who knows? You guys didn't ask anything about what the tribe members look like or anything.
That's what I was trying to get at earlier when I was gonna ask questions.
Are we getting closer?
forgot what I was gonna ask.
I was
Are we
actually
getting
directing that
closer to the
question towards
footprints?
Daigle, though.
Oh, are we getting close to the footprints? Is this where it's ending?
Well, we just
Is
saw
right
one
where
dive.
this guy is.
That guy is the one making the footprints and running.
Okay, could we grab him by his skull?
He's too far away.
Oh shit. Okay, chasing after him.
All right,
I
go ahead.
yell that we're with Miser's Peak.
Stop! Stop, you man! If you're fucking innocent, you'll fucking trip on a rock right now and just give up. You son of a bitch! There's nothing not worth it. And fucking keep running.
All right, both of you guys do dexterity checks. You yell out the thing about Miser's Peak, but it didn't seem to have an effect.
Me and John are like,
Wilton falls down into the muck on his hands and knees, and
1 plus 3.
And Daigle, the muck seems to be like slowing you up a lot. By the time that you break the bushes where the man was, you can see that it appears that like you're in a patch of drier ground, and the trail has mostly disappeared.
have we caught up at this point? Probably not.
Yeah, you guys are coming up to where they are. Yeah, let's say you guys are coming up to where they are at this point, and you can see that Wilton's getting up. He's covered in mud.
I turned to John. I'm
What
like,
happened to you?
oh yeah.
I pull Wilton out of the mud. Bonecard, you're fucking slow. You ever
Sorry.
think about fucking exercise your legs for once?
The last time I've been in a swamp this thick, I was with Edgar.
Yeah. You're fucking
John, look, we
legs are
found
brittle,
two
you know.
idiots stuck. Well, you guys let the trail go cold or what?
Guess so.
You travel through this shit, you smart ass motherfucker.
I wouldn't have ran
That's-
through thick muck.
What happened with the guy that you guys
That
were
man
chasing?
right there is something above human. That man is not natural. I tell you
I
that.
think that was part of the
I
tribe that we
highly
were
doubt
supposed to
that.
find.
We'll keep searching.
We don't know
Most
because we
likely-
don't ask enough questions.
Most
because
likely
we're-
that's the case.
We'll just keep searching through the swamp. Good enough for us that the swamp is going to leave a trail. We'll just keep fucking following suit. Maybe we'll find that man.
Okay, so to try to navigate to the center of the swamp, go ahead and do a survival check, because now you guys have been on the outskirts and kind of just ran off, taking after this
fuck,
guy in
we
a
did.
in a direction.
All
So
of
you
us?
guys might be lost.
All of us?
Whoever's got survival skill.
yeah.
So it's Wilton.
Oh, that's me.
4 plus.
That's me.
Then I have a
My
knowledge of
man.
nature.
I have the
too.
plus 4.
John.
Yeah, he did. Come through.
Okay,
Come
so
through.
John is able to discern north and be able to tell your guys' direction here, and he can tell that you guys have just moved a bit to the east and is able to course correct you back to the center of the swamp.
Oh, John.
That's what's up.
Excellent, man. And in fact, as with your survival skill, as you move further into the swamp, you start seeing more and more signs of civilization. Oh yeah, Matt has his headphones. You can hear. So you start to see more and more signs of civilization. As you can see that there are stumps of some trees that have been cut down. You can see that there are flattened areas where like many people have walked before. And this is after like several hours of traveling further into the swamp.
Yeah.
You start to approach what appears to be the domain of the Trawari tribe. Definitely some tribe here in the swamp. There are floating islands of nurtured vegetation, sort of like the Aztecs' chinampas, upon which fields of flowers grow along with vined plants that produce some odd-looking fruits. You can see that there are homes built from woven branches, and they're woven into the stands of trees that surround the floating islands, supporting the edges of those islands with their roots. You see a couple of young children swimming in the waters between the islands, and a few older men are walking along the islands near them, watching them, and one of them is holding a spear. Their skin even the children, is riddled with these artistically designed scars, which seem to emulate the shapes of the swamp vegetation.
I stop at the edge of the village and I raise my hands and yell to the men holding the spears. It's like, we come from Miser's College. We're here to hunt the thing you guys fear.
The two children shriek and swim up the edge of the water, or you see them dive underneath the water, and they just don't seem to come back up. But the adults, they get into the water, they wade across, and the one with the spear and the other one who's so the guy with the spear is long. Like if he's long, you see his long ass. You see he's like just he's a very lanky man. He's kind of like a knobbly, completely covered in scars, and yeah, he's just got short brown hair and a headband with green and red colors in it. And he steps up to you, and he says, "You've come from Miser's Peak."
Yes.
He says, "It's great to see you. Welcome to Trawari."
It's good to be here. Point me towards what I need to hunt.
He says, "Very well. I will get the elder." And he wades back across the water, and you see the other man that was with him. He just kind of like nods to you guys, and he dives into the water, and you see that like he also doesn't come back up for a couple of minutes. The other one comes out to the village elder, and they drop down a small makeshift like bamboo kind of bridge, and they gesture for you guys to cross over onto the floating island.
Sir, I don't know what you know above the surface, but there was an assault on Gilmore's Keep. It's fucking crazy.
And the old man says, "An assault on Gilmore's Keep." He says, I know not of this place."
It was burned to the fucking ground. We barely escaped there with our lives. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot. There's just too much. We are refugees. We're seeking.
I push myself forward in front of. I push myself in front of Daigle, and I go, "Yeah, you probably haven't heard of Gilmore's Keep. We're just here to hunt. But I would like to know one thing. How are you guys going under and not returning to the surface for such a period of time?"
He laughs a little. He goes, he says, "Some things are not for the outsiders to know."
Well, I guess that's understandable. I got quite a few marks on me that you probably don't know about.
He says to you, Daigle, he says, I feel sorry for you and your Gilmore's Keep. He says, "Here in the swamp, we do not need to fear the fire. I know it is different out there."
The world is a ruin. The world, there's something evil coming about. What's going to happen here? There's something that's going to happen soon. I can't tell you. I don't know, but there's something crazy that's supposed to happen. I sound like a madman, sure, but something makes me feel very uneasy.
He says, you were sent to handle the contract, were you not?" Are you?
Yes,
Sir.
we were.
You are messengers from elsewhere speaking.
We're-
of doom, or
we
you are
are-
here to hunt the creature.
We are from Miser's College, and yes, we're here to
I
hunt
come
the
in.
Right here.
We're Miser's mercenaries, and we're here to fulfill your contract.
We're here,
We were
sir.
taught, we were informed, we were debriefed by Nisby himself.
Oh, he says, very well. He says, I have met Nisby. I remember him from 10 years ago. It is good to know he still lives. And that our messenger has found you safely. He says, there is a strange creature which stalks these woods. Its skin is gray. It stands tall as 2 men. The villagers, they have taken to calling it Zembakta, which means revenge.
Revenge for what?
Exactly. What have you done to cause revenge?
He looks down and he just shakes his head. He says, please, just rid us of this creature.
We're there
do
for it. We'll fucking kill it. We'll divvy your head in about a day. It'll only take us a fucking day. We got
Don't
his head.
promise things you can't ensure, Daigle.
He says,
It's
I hope
fucking insured. And promise it's insured. And we'll double down. I'll put my gold. I'll leave my silver right here where my head is. And we'll double down on that if you're not fucking sure. I'll put my silver on the table.
He says, I have no need of your silver. What I need as elder of this tribe is the safety of my people.
The head is double down. You just fucking told me, just so I know, that if I bring the head tonight, I'm talking about tonight, that you'll pay me double. Am I not wrong? Am I hearing right? I'm not sure.
He says, I believe that we agreed upon a price in the contract.
Our contract
price-
is final.
The
Daigle.
price has a limit of time. What's time to nobody? A number? What are we talking here? If I bring you the
Daigle.
head tonight,
The
How
old
much you pay
man
me double?
kind of recoils at you, yelling and pointing at him, and the man holding the spear stands and kind of sticks his chest out towards you.
I look to the elder and I go, don't mind him. We're here to do the job that was promised, and you will give us the package, and we will leave. That is all.
we're here to gamble.
Sir,
If I can bring the head tonight, will you not pay me twice?
we honor our agreement prior.
The head will be
Promise
here.
to do it fast.
He says,
Proximity, time.
the old man says, if you can bring the head tonight, I will see what I can do.
Off! Get the fuck out of here, lads! Let's go! Go! We're off! We're getting the head! We're getting the fucking head tonight! Let's go! Quit sitting around, you lads! Let's fucking go!
I want to look back
March
at the
up.
elder. I want to look back at the elder and go, whether it's tonight, tomorrow, or the next day, you agreed to a price, and we're gonna take that price.
He says, I appreciate you very much. He says, I hope well that you are able to conquer this fell creature. Now, have you any questions?
I have a
Where
question.
can we find it? What does it look like? And
Gary
how
told what it
dangerous
looked
is it?
He says, it is quite large. He says, none of our, he says, all, okay, sorry. It is quite large. It stands nearly tall as 2 men. When it walks across the swamp, it leaves no print behind. Its skin is gray. It reminds us of stone. Few of the villagers have seen it. He says, but they have only run from it, never had to tarry with it, though we have found dead men in the forest, crushed to death, their skulls, their arms bent back. They appear to be bandits, carrying little more than a few scraps of silver and alcohol. We're not sure where it lives, but we know that it roams far through our domain.
we can work on. Do you have any types of shops or anything that we may be able to visit? I need to load up on supplies before we start this.
He says there are some who may be willing to trade. There is, as we have been stuck within our village, afraid to venture out too far. Our stores are running somewhat low. It is only recently we have realized how dire this situation is and sent for help. But we do have some supplies here we may be able to part with.
Is there anything specific that you can help me with? Because
What do you
I'm
need?
specifically looking for distilled alcohol and calcium grease.
Calcium grease. I am not sure what this is. He says, but you may speak to the medicine woman. Maybe she can help you.
If you can point me in that direction, I'd be much obliged.
Yeah, he points over to there's like many huts in the trees. He points over to his right, and you see it. There's kind of like a larger hut in that tree with some like kind of like hanging planter boxes outside of it, growing some strange looking flowers.
Okay, cool. So some obvious shit.
I would like to take a look at these flowers to see if they represent the Desmodales, or the Des something. If not, then I'm gonna wait until after the mission to ask him about those.
Okay, they do not resemble.
I just I nod at him and I like try to reassure him. It's like, we will help you with your problem. We're just gonna need a little bit of time for that. And then I just bow my head and I walk towards the hut.
Yeah. Oh, he says he as you go, he says and don't bother asking for our poisons. A few have launched darts at the creature, but they do not pierce his skin.
I'm not looking for poisons. I'm looking for fire. And I smile at him and I walk away.
He nods at you and he says,
I had a feeling that out of the thing, I have a feeling, because we're in swamps and shit, I don't know, I feel like poisons he'd be immune to. So I'm a little out of advantage at some shit, maybe. So I was figuring maybe if you light a motherfucker on fire like Swamp Thing, I don't know.
maybe. So as you walk away, the elder says to the three of you, he says, if there are no further questions, I will return to my rest and send Ugdak back to his post. Okay, he says you are free to walk our village. Thank you so much for coming. And he walks away across the side with his scepter cane, and he is, surprisingly for how old he is, climbs up a rope into the tree and goes to lay in his tree-bound hovel. And after a few minutes, the kids and the other guy come up from underneath the water. And you see them come up. The kids wave to you guys, and then they all go up into another hut. This is as Edgar's getting into the medicine lady's home. So you can see that there are a bunch of dead and dried rodents and snakes that line the wall inside of the medicine woman's hut, and there's an old woman who's sitting in the back there. She appears to be burning something, and you can see that she does have some glass vials and tubes. And it appears that right now she is working some kind of smoke through this curling tube, and out the other side of it, the smoke is leaking out, and there are small black drops that are falling into a pan. And she looks at you as you walk in, and she says, "Yes."
Do I recognize what she's doing with that pan or not? Or
Oh, probably not. Oh, you could do it. You could do your knowledge, I guess.
yeah, fuck yeah. Black dots in a pan.
Probably not. Yeah. She's making drips out of smoke.
Classic dripped out of smoke. I know all about this. I just walk up to her. Yeah, I was. We were. Well, me and my comrades are sent from Miser's Peak. We're hoping to help with your infestation. Well, not much of an infestation, but your problem. I just needed a few things. I'm looking for calcium grease and distilled alcohol.
She says, I have alcohol. And she goes down underneath her counter and she pulls out these 2 vials of or decanters of distilled alcohol. And she says, I do not have calcium, but I do have plenty of bones. She says, if you can work out the calcium yourself. If you need grease, there is plenty of grease.
All right. I think I can make do with that. How much are you wanting for this?
She says, I take 15-pound meat.
15-pound meat. Let me get back to you on that. I don't have any 15-pound meat other than this dick. I don't know what to do. I'm just kidding. Fuck.
The old lady goes, oh. I just kidding. Oh,
Joke?
joke.
Let me get back to you. You can circle back to them. I'm going to head towards wherever they are. I don't know where they're at.
So yeah, you descend the tree, and what are you guys doing down there at the on the floating island?
I guess if I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna look for those Desmo Divines that I was told to look for.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
Desmodivine?
they're yeah, so you don't recognize anything that looks like them here in this village.
Okay.
After spending a good amount of time looking for them.
Yeah, that'd be all for me. Like other than that, like I'm pretty good, I'd say.
Can I get some water from one of these here villages?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I probably need a refill on water. This thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's actually a well in the center of the village that has clean water.
All right, I'm gonna fill up.
Did Daigle
all
just get
my
knocked out?
Skins for
Yes.
with water.
I want some water in real life. Some water in
Yeah,
real
a
life.
nice drink and a refill.
All right, sweet. So I think we should call it here because like we can get into some action and like start actually exploring the swamp. But that's probably a good way to start the next session.
Yes.
So-
Yeah, sounds good.
I agree.
So for here, we'll say that you guys made your trip safely, almost safely, besides for Edgar permanently scarring his hand, of course, murdering the one-armed duelist. Yeah, there was a mysterious person following you. Was it a villager? Was it not? And now you are here in the village replenishing some of your supplies and getting ready to
Yes.
adventure with this new information you've gathered from the Elder. During our next session, we will see what you make of your quest in the swamp.